Hello, everybody. My name is Kobe Warner. Welcome back to KOBLIZZY, or welcome for the first time. I'm just being presumptuous, assuming you've been here before. But if you haven't joined us, sounds like a cult a little bit, but if you haven't joined us, thanks for coming. Thanks for being here. A couple of things, a couple of notes just for transparency's sake before I get all the way into the episode. And of course, as per usual, start with the song of the week. I haven't filmed for like a minute. I pre-taped the last episode that came out last Monday. Today's Monday, the 24th. But last Monday's episode was pre-taped because I was out of town. And was it? Yeah, it was pre-taped. That was so. I just feel like I haven't filmed in a while. Is my point. I'm already distracted. Always at the beginning of the episode, just starting off on a funny foot, for organization's sake. But I did make notes today, so I think we'll be okay. There is much to discuss, and I am losing my voice. If you can't tell, that's just a side note. So if I sound a little bit different, my voice sounds a little bit deeper. Sound like hoarse. Not like a whore, not a whore. I don't sound like a nay, not a horse or whore. I mean, if I sound hoarse, Emma Chamberlain vibes. I'm just losing my voice. It's because I've literally been out of town for a week, and I just got home yesterday, and I, got some sleep last night for the first time in many days, and then I had to go see Barbie this morning at the movie theater. Not had to. It was a very pleasurable experience, but I mean, I had to go see it before I taped this episode, so I could talk about it. I had to get on the train, and of course, I wanted to support the movie, obviously, even though they don't need me because they broke lots of records, which we will get into. So, like I said, we're doing a Hot Topics episode today. I've done one before, so this is Hot Topics number 2. Thought about making this a series just where I do entire episodes covering hot topics through and through because Wendy Williams is not on television anymore, so somebody has to do it and do it in a way that is shady fun and entertaining. Somebody has to bring the drama, and I'm happy to do it. So we're gonna start with the song of the week, but after that, we're gonna talk about Elon Musk and what he's doing to Twitter. We're gonna talk about Doja Cat and how she hates her fans. We're gonna talk about Ice Spice's deluxe EP, and I'm at the end of the episode gonna talk about All Stars 8, the finale, and the winner. I'm going to talk about the Barbie movie, spoilers included, and the soundtrack to the movie, the album that is out, available for streaming and for purchase. But I will alert you very clearly before both of those things if you haven't seen All Stars 8 and watched it through and through and don't want to get it spoiled, or if you haven't been to the theater to see Barbie yet. I will very clearly alert you when the spoilers are coming, so you can listen to the episode and watch if you would like the hot topics until then. So that's amazing. That is my caveat. And now I'm gonna get into the song of the week. If you're watching the video, do you like my little bandana vibe I tied around my neck in honor of seeing Barbie this morning? I actually didn't wear pink to the theater like you're supposed to because I was literally waking up like ragged this morning after flying home yesterday. Oh, let me do the song of the week, and then I'll tell you what I was doing this past week. What I can say. The song of the week, there's a couple, so we're gonna dig into some music a little bit. I've had like a week and a half not filming, so I've had time to like really enjoy a couple of songs like a lot. And the first one is "Standing on the Sun." I saw Beyonce like literally a week and a half ago, even though it kind of feels like a year ago due to the travel that I did directly after seeing her. But it's, of course, as you can imagine, sent me down a Beyonce discography rabbit hole. So I'm listening to everything like all the way through in order. I'm making sure that I'm not missing anything, that I'm like a real Beehive member, that I know all the songs. Like I'm that kind of bit fan when it comes to Beyonce. And so one song that I just kind of like looked over, I did know the song. I heard the song because actually Beyonce's self-titled record was the first record that I was like really seated for the release for. I was in like 7th grade, I believe, and I just remember watching the music videos on the family computer and listening to the album on iTunes. I bought it with my little iTunes gift cards. And so "Standing on the Sun," the remix, is a song that is from the Platinum edition of the album. It's by Beyonce, and it features Mr. Vegas. And it's just like I now, in retrospect, 10 years later since this album's come out, or almost 10 years, now that we have Black is King, it kind of feels like Beyonce was experimenting with music that is sacred and special to other cultures long before Black is King, and not just Black cultures. Beyonce did some Spanish songs on B-Day. If you look back, Beyonce has embraced a lot of different international cultures throughout her career through the years. And so Standing in the Sun is kind of a song that I missed, but it's just a different style for her, and it's so cool. And I really, really actually enjoyed this deep cut. And I know a lot of the Beehive do. That's where I learned about the song, actually, was, like on Beehive Twitter or something. But just after the Beyonce concert, for some reason, that was just one song that I really, really wanted to hear. And so I put it on and I was like, hey, like I was hearing something I ain't heard before. So Standing on the Sun. I'm saying in the sun. That's not right. It's Standing on the Sun. Sorry, struggling with my prepositions. But that's only song 1 of 3 for the songs of the week this week. So I'm going to move on to number 2. It's another Beyonce song. Mood Forever. Mood Forever. I'm so y'all remain pressed while I'm raising daughters, sons of empires. Why would you try me? Why would you bother? I am Beyonce, just knows Carter. And Jay-Z's verse is fire on that. There's like a callback to forever, forever, ever, and ever, ever. He's like, hit my head and forget on me. Oh my God. And I just really like Jay-Z's verse on this song. It also features Childish Gambino. It's on the Black is King record from 2019, and then the deluxe version came out in 2020. Anyway, oh damn, I always say Black is King. The album's called The Gift. It's The Lion King, The Gift by Beyonce, and it was an album that came out like along with the Lion King movie, although it's not a soundtrack for the movie. It's like a different album. I think that's why a lot of people didn't listen to it, because they didn't realize what it was, because it was called The Lion King. It was called The Lion King, The Gift. Anyway, she put out a movie called Black is King that she really loves. She wrote a letter when she put it out saying she had put her heart and soul into this movie. It was her passion project. And so I love Black is King, which supports the album, but the album's called The Gift. Anyway, Move Forever. I love that song. And I've actually liked that song for a while, but like it's another one since the concert I've been listening to over and over and over again. It's just so catchy. I love a Jay-Z and Beyonce collaboration, and they have tons. And right now, my B and J collaboration of choice is Mood Forever. Hove. So now, oh wait, there's another song of the week, which was what? I didn't write this one down. I think I said there was 3, didn't I? I don't remember what the other one was. I don't remember what the other one was. Oh. I think I was going to talk about independent women. I think it's Independent Women. Yeah, part 1, Destiny's Child. I've also been listening to Destiny's Child. It's a Beyonce-themed song of the week situation this week. But now I'm going to tell you what I've been doing this past week, or as much as I can. I was filming a commercial, which I really can't talk about, but it happened to be in the same place that I was filming a conference. Not filming a conference. I was filming a commercial in the same place that I was attending a conference. And so I've been out of town literally for a week. First, I was doing a job. Then I was attending a conference that was like spit it out, go be damn. I was attending a conference that is in support of a blood disorder that I happen to possess, and it's hereditary. And so me and my mom and my dad were there, and so yeah, I was able to hang out with all my blood disorder friends. I realized actually I've never really talked about my blood disorder on my podcast, but I think I'm not going to talk about it now either, because I want to make a whole episode like dedicated to it, and I can tell like some stories and stuff. But with medication, it's nothing fatal, so don't worry. It's nothing crazy. It's just like a condition that I happen to have, and I'm fortunate because my case of it isn't that severe. But it's called hereditary angioedema, if you'd like to look it up. And if you don't want to look it up, that's fine. I'll make an episode about it at a later date. But I've also made some episodes about it for the association that I was attending the conference for. I might link those. I might put them in my link tree, actually. So you can go to KOBLIZZY.com. You can find those and, everything else about me. It's always a shameless self-plug around these parts. And so, yeah, I was just traveling and hanging out with friends and working and just going literally nonstop every single day after I saw Beyonce. I saw Beyonce on the 15th. The 16th, I had to shop and pack. The 17th, I flew out, or maybe I flew out the 18th. But anyway, I was working the 18th to like the many more days, and then then I was at the conference. I'm just exhausted. That's why I don't have a voice. I haven't slept. Train, plane, bus, another bus, the whole shebang. Speaking of Lady Gaga, I just want to say rest in peace to somebody that she really made me a fan of. Tony Bennett passed away. And Lady Gaga has done, she has done 2 collaboratory albums. Collaboratory, is that a word? She's done 2 collab albums with Tony Bennett, both rooted in jazz and American standard music. And when Cheek to Cheek, is that a bug over there? Child, y'all know how to get when I be seeing a bug. They did a record called Cheek to Cheek in like 2014, and I remember buying it on iTunes as soon as it came out because I was just such a huge Gaga fan at the time, and it really introduced me into a kind of jazz music that I hadn't really seen before, heard before. And Tony Bennett is one of the last original crooners, and so it's sad to see, a legend pass away. He really performed until the end of his life. His last concert was last year, or 2021. And then they put out a concert special 2022. And he put out a album with Gaga, another jazz record in 2021 as well. And they won a Grammy. He won like 20 Grammys in his life. He was 96 years old. And he had Alzheimer's. And people say, is Alzheimer's and dementia the same thing? Don't let me look ignorant. But I saw somebody write, Kathy Griffin wrote on Instagram, Alzheimer's/dementia. And I was like, did he have both? Or those aren't the same thing. Anyway, rest in peace, Tony Bennett. I just want to say that it's really sad when legends pass, like Tina Turner, obviously, of course, a couple of months ago, who was truly a large influence on my life. It's always hard. You don't know the people, so it's like it's different. It's like a parasocial passing. But rest in peace, nonetheless. I wish him, his family peace, his wife peace. It's a circle of life, but it's always sad. Speaking of circle of life, I was just talking about Lion King the Gift, in turn, the Lion King. And speaking of, I was going to try to do another segue, but I wasn't quick enough. I can't think of nothing else. But I've been making music, and I just kind of want to bring this up really quickly before I get into all the hot topics. I have not put out music. I have put out, now it's just getting stupid. I have put out music. What I was going to say is that I haven't put out music in a while. It's been over a year. I put out a 4-song EP at the end of March in 2022. And so April to April, and that's a year. May, June, July. It's been like a year and 3 months. It's been over a year since I put out any original music. And it's not because I haven't been working on it. It's because I've been working on it slowly, and I've been trying to take my time and get it done right. Trying to explore like what I want my sound to be, brand, vibe, etc. But there's just a song that I've been making right now that is a demo. This is in the demo phase. I want to stress this because it's not done, but it's my song, and I'm like, shit, it's not copywritten. Like, I can play my shit. And I just want to play a little bit of it because I'm just kind of obsessed with this song. So just a little preview.
I thought I could trust you, but all you do is lie. Gotta be honest, can't think of the time you were. Thought we would be on this, thought we could be honest.
All you do is deceive. How can you lie to me? That's just a little bit. I don't want to like play too much and spoil it, but I'm just like, I want to make pop music, bitch. I want to be a cunty down diva, So I'm just trying my hand out. But I'm trying to have my own style and perspective, of course. Always want to be original because there's so many artists nowadays and lots of people have access, which is amazing. But the market's oversaturated, so you gotta be the blueprint of something. You have to do something original, something different. Has to be a reason for people to look at you. And so I've really been taking my time with all this new music I'm making. I have multiple songs, and not an album's worth. And I don't think I really want to put out an album, honestly. I feel like I don't want to put out an album until I really have a clear vision and a story to tell. I believe in albums, and I really want them. I think they should be cohesive and truly works of art. And I just don't think I have the capacity, to produce something that large yet. But singles maybe, EP maybe. I just want to put out music, and I realize I haven't really talked about that or really been transparent about it at all. But I have been working. I can play you a little clip of another song. This other song is done. And it's just, I've been thinking about when to put it out or whatever. Let's just tease some shit today. Why not? Stop all your games. I just want you to love me. Come on, Cole.
Listen to me, baby, I got something to prove.
Cause I'm trying to show you you're the one that I choose.
I'm trying to make you realize I'm devoted to you. Anything you need, I'll make your dreams come true. Cause when I love, I don't...
They come for you, they got to first fight me, but to send for me, you gotta pay my fee. So stay with me and you hate the free. Don't hate haters, they pay my bills. I'm not saying nothing else. I don't want to spoil all the bars, but there's another one, a little something. So I'm like, KOBLIZZY is making music. Oh, but I don't go by Club. I have not released music since I've been Kobe Warner. All my music's listed under Kobe Warner now. But when I put that EP out, it was still KOBLIZZY. So I'm like, I'm coming for a new era. Sometimes I'm like, should I have changed it? But the reason I changed it is because my podcast was called KOBLIZZY, and at first I thought it was a good idea to have them to have them called the same thing. But then I felt like it got kind of confusing, especially on Spotify, where it's like mixed, or like YouTube, where it's like mixed. They have podcasts and music. Anyway, so I changed it to Kobe Warner, but so that's it. I don't know. I'm making music. I just wanted to say that. But now I'm going to get into all these lovely hot topics that I'm going to discuss. Let's really just talk about it. There's some ridiculous shit going on. And number one is Mr. Muskie, Mr. Billionaire Stinky Little Doo-Doo Man who throws temper tantrums like a child and looks like never mind. We're not going to talk about the way people look, but he just doesn't look good, okay? Elon Musk is so ridiculous, and I just feel like he just keeps doing stupid shit to Twitter. And Twitter, I've said more than once, at one time was my favorite social media platform, and he really is just like taking every effort he can to run this platform into the ground, and I just don't quite understand what exactly it is that gets him off like doing this. Like, why does he want to ruin a successful platform that he overpaid for, that he's losing money in, and why are you trying to make it worse? I say all this to say he's changing the name. And this is not the first time. I talked about when HBO Max changed their name to Max. I thought that's ridiculous. You're changing Twitter? You're changing Twitter's name? And to X? To X? To X? X? Like, what is it with these big brands changing their names to the most unrecognizable, most ridiculous, like ridiculously unspecific branding? X. First of all, it sounds like a porn website, but that's another story. And I just don't know what he's doing. And he literally was like announcing it yesterday or today, and he was like, it's going to be changed by the end of the day. And now there's like an x.com, and when you type it in, it takes you to Twitter. But like my app on my phone it still says Twitter. So I don't know what the T is. I don't know if it's really going to happen, but I'm just like, Elon Musk, stop it, damn it. Like, stop. Stop it. Stop it. Like, stop. Stop. Like, quit. It's like a dog. Like, hey, you know what I mean? Like, god damn, Elon. Like, stop doing dumb shit. Just because you have money doesn't mean you can do whatever. I mean, that's exactly what it means. But I just wish he didn't have so much audacity to really like take that and run with it. But oh my god, has he ever taken it and run with it? He has let the money and the power get to his head. That nigga a munch, and he thinks he's somebody, you know? He really think he's somebody. Speaking of niggas are being munches, Ice Spice put out the deluxe version of her EP Like. You thought I was feeling you? Like. I love that she called that EP Like ... And she put out Like ... Deluxe Edition. And it got like 4 new songs on it, which is lit. She put Princess Diana with Nicki on there to like get it all in one place. All the streaming and tracking can count together. It's smart. So it was a good decision. New song called How High. Both How High and the bonus track number 11. So How High is track number 1 on the deluxe version. The bonus track is number 11 on the Radar. Both of those songs are like totally different, like experimental like sounds for Ice Spice. As far as track 11 goes, it's just like a more like different kind of beat for her. But track number 1, How High, is fully a pop song. And I'm like, so now what are all these bitches that saying Ice Spice has no versatility in sound? What are they going to say now? Now she's giving out different sounds. And I think that's what I'm most happy about her putting out this deluxe EP for, is that she's going to shut some bitches up who are trying to act like she's not going to be lasting because she makes songs that sound the same. I mean, yeah, some of her songs, do use the same flow and have similar beats. And, like, that's fine because she's making hits that she knows are going to be hits because people like stuff like that from her. Sorry, I just get paranoid that there's a bug. But anyway, I just think it's ridiculous that, people are so quick to count her out. And I love when a woman shuts a bitch up. Shut up. She said, shut up, bitch. Shut up. She said, oh, I don't have versatility. Here's a pop song. How high? So something, how you gonna ask to jump how high? Like, I'm like, she ate that little song up. Now she need to get a little pop girl feature on it and let it hit the charts and like really do something to really get the girls to hush. Locals, be quiet. Locals, beware. Ice Spice is coming to shoot you down, but not in like a literal way. I don't want to get stricken or whatever they do to people who talk about sensitive topics. Anyway, I'm really rambling about this EP. I just wanted to mention it. She ate that up. And I really just would like to talk about Doja Cat, to be honest. Doja Cat hates her fans. And she is fully, like, on Twitter and on Threads talking about some, like, I don't even love y'all for real. I don't know y'all. And she was like, oh, like, my fans who call themselves kittens, like, shut the fuck up. Get a job. Get out of your parents' basement. Like, help them with the house. And I'm like, first of all, those are all A+ reads. Like, A+ reads, first of all. Second of all, why are you so mad at the people who support you and pay your bills? I'm like, even if you think it's corny to be a stan, which it kind of is, even if you think it's corny, why would you go out of your way to, and I don't mean it's corny to love people. I don't mean that. I mean, devoting your entire life to supporting somebody online that does not know you. I'm just saying, do with that what you will. But again, even if you think it's weird, hush up. She's just like shooting herself in the foot. And it's weird to me that she's making such a fuss on the heels of an album release. Like she's bitched and moaned on social media often, and I'm not saying it wasn't justified, but she's complained about being famous a lot. She's complained about her label, and I understand. She also has some sort of involvement with Dr. Luke and his record label, and that's the man that abused Kesha allegedly, so he don't come sue me. But I'm just like, I understand there's probably some shitty stuff going on behind the scenes, but she's putting out a record, so to me it seems like, okay, she's back and she wants to do it. But it seems like really all she wants to do is put out the music. And I'm like, damn, it doesn't even seem like she wants people to listen to it because she's really acting like she don't like the people who love her. And she says that she doesn't love y'all. And I'm like, I understand you might not be able to love people you don't know genuinely, but like, can you lie? So I'm like, this is your job. I'm just saying, like, if you don't want to do this, don't do it. But this is kind of what you signed up for. And so, like I said, when she was complaining a couple months ago and said she was like, quit, or not necessarily a couple months ago, I don't remember exactly when it was, but when she was complaining in the past recent history, I'm like, okay, girl, like, yeah, take a moment out of the spotlight. But she's like literally on the heels of an album release. She's already put out the first single. Like, are you trying to piss the people off that are gonna help you, pay you? Go to your tour. And then I'm thinking, what Ice Spice and Doechii thinking? They're the openers on this tour watching Doja Cat saying, I don't love my fans. Like, they're probably like, damn, don't come throwing phones at us. You know, people are like to throw stuff at artists right now. Damn, Doja Cat's the next Ooh, I'm sorry. My mom is cooking. I can smell it. Y'all know when you can smell dinner? And I'm in the basement. She cooking like a whole floor above me behind 3 or 4 closed doors. And that smells so good. I just got distracted. Made me hungry. But yeah, I'm just like, what are Ice Spice and Doechii thinking? What are they thinking? Watching Doja Cat like piss her fans off right before this tour. Doja Cat, calm down. If you don't like your fans, lie. Or stop using social media. Have your team do it. Don't interact with your fans. I'm like, I don't really know if you've reached that status where you really don't have to talk to people yet. But if you don't like talking to people that bad, don't. I'm like, there's a lot of artists a lot smaller than Doja Cat that don't be talking to their fans. So I'm like, be Beyonce if you want to, but it would be better to do that than to be out here being a hater and hating on people who love you. It's different to hate on people who hate, but to hate on people who love in any capacity is corny, but especially when it's people who are putting food on your table. She is literally biting the hands that are feeding her. And I'm like, maybe she's already made her money and she has enough money to live the rest of her life with that very expensive lifestyle she probably appreciates. But I have a feeling maybe she has a little bit more growing to do, both in artistry and in the bank account. So I'm like, it's a little early to be pissing people off, in my opinion. But I don't know, Doja Cat. I just think you need to get off Twitter and Threads and just post photo dumps on Instagram like Beyonce does. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't got to talk to people for real, girl. Just give them a little bit of content and some good music. Especially if you're going to be talking to them like this. That's a mess, Doja Cat. It's a mess. What else am I talking about? What else am I talking about? I really only wrote down those three hot topics. I guess I'm considering All Stars and Barbie hot topics. Yeah, and I guess those are gonna take up a chunk of time. So I guess I'll just move on. You can tell this is primitive. I'm sure the lighting's dark. Like I'm really just so tired. Oh, it is so dark in here, y'all. I just looked at the viewfinder. I know, y'all. Just bear with me. This might be one where you just go listen to the audio on Apple Podcasts or something. Or, Spotify or anywhere else you listen to podcasts. That's not a plug. I'm just saying, like, this video is kind of crunchy. I'm going to upload it anyway. But I'm just taping this episode in the evening, so I tried to use natural light, and the sun's not on this side of the house. I'm just tired, but I want to get the episode up on Monday, even if it is going up Monday night. So here I am. But anyway, I'm about to get into the spoiler section of this episode. So if you've enjoyed this episode so far, but you don't want to hear All Stars 8 spoilers or Barbie movie spoilers, you can absolutely go enjoy the other episodes of this podcast. I don't remember how many of them there are anymore because anyway, there's tons. Listen to them, read the titles. It tells you what they're about. Yeah, like crazy, I know. But yeah, so let's get into All Stars 8. If you've been watching All Stars 8, spoilers are coming. You already knew Jimbo was gonna win. Or maybe I just have a reality TV mind. Like in my head, I know RuPaul's Drag Race is a TV show. I know that even the stuff that seems natural is produced. Sometimes you can see through the production, you can see that it's heavily produced. Sometimes you can hear them cut in a soundbite. I watch a lot of reality TV. So you can tell like when stuff is overly produced. But even the stuff that seems very convincing and like normal is also produced. They just are doing a better job at that point. Everything on that television show is calculated and included for a reason. Almost nothing is, like by accident unless it's like filler of some kind or an ad or, whatever. And so maybe I read reality TV really well, or maybe their Drag Race production is just super obvious, but like it's been a trend in the past couple of recent seasons that they will push people. People get 4 challenge wins or whatever. And I'm like, I know Ben de la Creme was in the top 2 5 times on All Stars 3 before, committing herself out of the competition, which is, I think, the record for the most top placements ever. Like, that's insane. 5 challenge wins is wild, even though she didn't win all the lip syncs. But I'm like, Jimbo, who won, one lip sync, and then obviously, like, the lip sync for the crown, technically she won that. Jimbo was very obviously going to win to me from the beginning. I thought that from the jump, I said that Jimbo, Heidi in Closet, Candy Muse, and Jessica Wilde would be the top 4. That was my prediction. And I did not predict that Heidi in Closet was going to self-eliminate herself. So I was wrong about Heidi. The other 3 I got right. I didn't see Alexis Michelle there. I saw Heidi. And Heidi might have been there had she stayed in the competition. We'll never know. But I was pretty right. I didn't anticipate they were going to do a top 2. That's something I've never done before. And so I just thought it was going to be a top 3 or 4. But I knew Jimbo and Candy were going to be up there. Like I knew Candy was capable because of, she made it to top 2 twice. It's her second time being the top 2. She's in second queen in Drag Race history next to Raven to do top 2 twice, especially because season 2 is like literally the last time there was a top 2. And All Stars 1. And I think these are the only top 2s in history, that and now All Stars 8. Anyway, I'm rambling about nothing. Just trying to show off all my Drag Race knowledge. I literally am trying to like scoot to a different position now if you're not watching the video. And I can't sit on one side of my ass because I jumped into a very shallow pool the other day in Cannonball and just went all the way to the bottom and smacked that shit. I'm like, damn, excuse me. I knew the pool wasn't deep. That burp was crazy. I'm just going to ignore it though. Excuse me. I knew the pool was deep, but I didn't know. I knew the pool was shallow, but I didn't know it was that shallow that I was going to hit my ass straight on the bottom. But anyway, if you watch the season, it felt obvious that Jimbo was going to win. And I didn't know how they were going to make it happen with the whole lip sync for the crown or whatever, but she was going to win. It just felt like it. And so anyway, on to the finale episode. They really killed it. I love how they included the entire cast, all the eliminated girls. Lala Ree won Queen of the Fame Games, and that made me incredibly happy because I voted for her. So I felt like I had some sort of say in that. So that was amazing. I was really excited that Lala won. It was amazing to like see how they formatted it, and they knew that They had to like cater the performances to the girls to give Jimbo a fair shot with like the music video situation, and so they gave them like their own original songs. And so Jimbo's was just about remembering being born, just a silly song for Jimbo. She did a great job. She really picked up the choreography like kind of fast in rehearsal. It seemed like it, at least the way they edited it. So that was really surprising and impressive for me. I'm like, she did the choreography well, quickly, and in her own way. So that's all you can ask for. And then Candy's original song was amazing. It was like a pop track about getting paid. And like the lyrics were kind of, like what they were. But her delivery, honey, that performance, the way she executed that choreography, she was jumping and lifting and hair flipping and just living her best Beyonce fantasy. Living her best Beyonce life. And I just loved it. I loved that. I really enjoyed Candy's performance. But then in the final lip sync, Jimbo, bust out some huge titties, and she put a titty bib on her ass, and she just had titties on her, titties and her ass. She had tits and ass. She had titties on her tits and on her ass. I don't know how to say that any better, but yeah, so she was just shaking. It was funny. Like, it was Jimbo's season. I just feel like this is Jimbo's third time competing, and the way that she dominates the competition, I thought she was going to win Canada versus the world, or I thought she was going to win UK versus the world. And so to see her, get Manilaed was crazy. And so I'm like, if they're going to bring her back again, she's getting a crown, bitch. Jimbo is too good not to win. That's just my opinion. But I thought Candy Muse did amazing. I thought she put up a really, really good fight. And honestly, they were way more neck and neck than I'd ever expected. From the beginning of the season, I just thought Jimbo was going to dominate. And Candy definitely held her own. And she showed a lot of growth. So yeah, All Stars 8. I really actually enjoyed the season. A lot of people thought it was boring, overproduced, but I thought it was fun. I just like Drag Race. So even when I can see through the production, I'm like, I'm cool. I'm chilling, So now I'm going to talk about Barbie. This is the final thing I'm going to speak about. I just wanted to save these spoiler things to the end. And so I actually didn't get to participate in opening weekend, as far as the sales goes. My ticket didn't contribute is what I mean, because I couldn't see Barbie until today. I was literally getting back in town yesterday, and I was going to go see it last night, but I was so exhausted from travel and, not getting enough sleep for a week and flying, etc., and waking up early, that I just couldn't get out of bed. So I didn't go last night. I had to go not really early. I went at 11:15 this morning, but I feel like that's really early to see a movie. Even a matinee is normal, but that early to see a movie before noon is crazy. But I was actually shocked, surprised, and thoroughly impressed by the Barbie movie. First, I would like to say I think it's very unique that a movie that is so heavily promoted can surprise you with the plot. The budget of the Barbie movie was $150 million. And it's estimated that the promotional budget matched the budget that they literally put the movie. So they funded the movie with $150 million, and then they promoted the movie with an extraneous $150 million, allegedly, according to online sources. I don't know where I read that, but it was somewhere. And so basically what I'm saying is that movie was promoted down. Obviously we were seeing, the Roku TV is on the resting, sleep screen right now, and Barbie's on it. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. Barbie has the biggest domestic opening of 2023. It's the biggest opening ever for a female director, ever, period. It's the biggest opening for a movie based on a toy. It's the biggest opening ever for both Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling. And it's the biggest opening weekend for an original movie, meaning it isn't a sequel, it's not a remake, nor is it a Super Bowl, nor is it a superhero movie. Are you serious? This movie grossed essentially $350 million. It was $347, I think, almost $350 million. Not only did they make back their $150 million production budget, not only did they make back their alleged $150 million promotional budget, but they got $50 million to spare, baby, in opening weekend. And I knew all of this information before I went to see the movie. And so this morning, I sat down in the theater. I'm thinking I'm about to watch a fun little cute camp movie. And I got hit with an intro to feminism. And I mean this in the most loving and happy, applausatory, it's not a word, I know, just go with it, applausatory, add it to Merriam-Webster. Like, just, I wanted to stand up and give this movie an ovation. The way that they have used a symbol of women, a doll that has a lot of, women feel oppressed by, and the way that they use that as a convincing and truly appropriate storytelling, in an appropriate storytelling manner, the way that they use this symbol that we're all so familiar with to communicate, I almost can't articulate what they did with this movie. The way that they showed the parallels of how men and women are treated was truly astounding in the most simple way. Like, I can't say enough good things about this movie. I think a lot of people think it was too basic level, but that's because you already have a base level of understanding. The entire right side is calling this movie woke, feminist trash, anti-man. And it literally is just an intro to feminism. That's all it is. I mean, it's a very basic understanding of how the world treats men and how the world treats women, which a lot of us understand on a fundamental level. Obviously, of course, this isn't something that I've personally experienced, but it's a conversation I've been privy to. It's a conversation I've heard, and it's a conversation that I peaked my ears to, and I obviously understand the experience of women as well as know the history of how they've been treated in this country. Obviously, it's not something I've personally experienced. I'm just saying I can see. And so the way that this movie highlighted, I was honestly shocked and surprised at the direction this movie took. Not only was it campy, not only was it fun, not only were the jokes funny, not only did they land, not only did it perfectly balance, appropriateness and also truth and funny, honest. There's even like one moment where there was like a cuss word that was bleeped. It was bleep, but she just said something and there was like a metal bleep over her mouth. It was just funny. Issa Rae said the cuss word. It was just funny, you guys. But not only was it funny, the message was incredible. The way that the movie was done, it's funny. I said spoilers. I almost don't even want to spoil the movie. If you haven't seen it, you gotta go see it. You just won't understand it until you experience. And it's under 2 hours. And I love a movie under 2 hours. That's why I'm like, I couldn't really do the whole double feature thing with Oppenheimer, because why is that shit so long? I'm like, the preview's already played for 45 minutes. And you want me to watch a 3-hour movie? I'm like, Barbie with the previews, 2 hours and 30 minutes? Like, and I'm a previews bitch. I want to watch the trailers of what's coming out. Like, I want to see the shit. But I can only sit for so long. I'm just saying. Don't play with me. I'm just saying, I'm not watching that. Well, I'm not saying I won't watch Oppenheimer. I'm just saying I'm probably gonna wait till it's on online, so I can pause it and pee and make a snack and take 3 days to watch it, etc. So yeah, I know I said spoilers for Barbie, but I don't even want to spoil it. I just want to say that I loved it. Like, wow, oh wow, amazing, incredible. If y'all really, really want me to break it down, I'm planning to go back to see it again with my mom. And so I can make another episode that's solely dedicated to Barbie, if that's something you want. So sound off in the comments or on my social media or my Instagram or my TikTok at KOBLIZZY. Just let me know if you'd really like me to make a episode about the Barbie movie, because I'm happy to go watch it 3 more times and take some notes like Ben Shapiro did. If you know, you know. And so, yeah, just let me know. I really, really loved it though. And I'm going to talk about the soundtrack before I go. So the Barbie soundtrack is star-studded. It's executive produced by Mark Ronson. There was another guy's name in the credits, but I'm sorry, I don't have access to that information on Apple Music. Wait, there's another version of the album? Yeah, there's one with extra songs. Oh, wait. No, it just has a different cover. Anyway, Lizzo's song for the movie is called Pink. Loved it. It was the intro song. When Barbie is waking up for the first time, I was 8. Dance the Night by Dua Lipa, I was already living for it. Since that single came out, baby, I've been da 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 da. The Barbie girl, I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Sampling or interpolating Aqua's song Barbie Girl, featuring obviously Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice. I just fucked up her name. Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice. On the beat like a white on rice. Bars and flows. Rolling dice. Poker face. Bitch is not nice. That was the slowest, and that didn't even make sense. Anyway, that was really corny. And I'm not going to cut it out. I'm going to be real. Moving on. So stupid. You can tell I'm tired, bitch. It's literally like 6 o'clock. I've never taped a podcast episode this late before. And no, you can tell I can't talk. I've never typed. Oh, God. Jesus. God bless America. Okay, Speed Drive, Charlie XCX. Honestly, I don't remember hearing that song in a movie. Man I Am by Sam Smith was funny. I'm Just Ken, Dominic Fike, 8. Like, I'm just Ken. Stupid. I loved it. Billie Eilish's What Was I Made For? I was kind of confused how they were going to include that sad ass song in the movie, but they did it. I'm not going to spoil, but it felt appropriate. And to be honest, I really don't remember hearing the rest of these songs, so I'm just going to let that be. So there I talked about the cast album. I really should definitely like maybe study up before I make a Barbie episode if y'all want that, which I will. I'll listen to the whole album and like really watch the movie like 2 more times if y'all want. I'm going to go see it again with my mom anyway, but like I really could break it down. I just really wanted to see it before I made this episode so I could like mention it, to y'all. Let you know that I'm on the train. I really wanted to support it, obviously, in theaters too. Bring theaters back. That's how movies should be watched, especially big movies like that. Like, let them release in the theater. It's kind of fun. And the popcorn's expensive. That's my only complaint. Just make the combos like $10 cheaper, and then we'd be straight. So yeah, when I was at my blood disorder conference this weekend, they did like karaoke at the last night at dinner. And I was losing my voice, and I really wanted to sing Tennessee Whiskey, but it's just a song that requires like more access to your voice than I had. And I probably had like literally 50% of my range. And I had a lot of lows. And so I sang Girl Crush by Little Big Town in the original key down the octave. So I was like, I got a girl crush. I hate to admit it, but I've got a heart rush. It ain't slowing down. Yeah, I want it real bad. Like so low, right? Want everything she has. Her smile and that midnight laugh she's giving you now. Yeah. I wanna taste her lips, yeah, 'cause they taste like you. I wanna drown myself in a bottle of her perfume. I want a long blonde hair. I want a magic touch. Yeah, 'cause maybe you'd want me just as much. Well, I got a girl crush. Sorry, I got kind of carried away, but I just fucking love that song. I don't even know why I started telling y'all about that. I guess I just wanted to sing it. So there you go. This was the most chaotic ADHD episode of KOBLIZZY. And it's funny because that's probably not even the truth, but it certainly was chaotic. And like, I don't know what to tell you. Last minute episode, I wanted to get something up on the day. I'm going to try to stop posting late, but that is certainly not a promise. And y'all already know what I mean. I've been posting late for like 3 months. I don't think I posted on Monday in 2 months. 5 months, 8 months. I'm just saying numbers, apparently, because I really don't know for real. But I definitely have been posting late a lot. Anyway, so I loved Barbie. It was a fantastic time. And I also love doing this episode and talking to you about all these hot topics. I hope you enjoyed the second hot topic KOBLIZZY episode. Yeah, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Deuces. The intros get stupider every week.